What if I told you one of those pennies, one that might be sitting in your kitchen drawer right now, is worth more than 2 brand new Teslas combined? Yes, a single 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny with a P mint mark is now commanding up to $209,000 in the rare coin market. This isn't a fantasy. It's real. It's happening right now. And the people who found these coins? Their lives changed with just one flip. Now here's the question. What makes this humble penny worth more than a luxury car? And more importantly, could you be sitting on a small fortune without even knowing it? Stick with me because by the end of this video you'll know exactly what to look for and why time is running out to cash in. Let's dig in. Let's rewind to 2009. A year full of major headlines, economic uncertainty, and historic transitions. But while Wall Street was making waves, something much quieter happened at the U.S. Mint to honor the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The Mint released 4 special 1-cent coins, each depicting a different phase of his life. The version we're focused on today, the Lincoln Presidency design minted in Philadelphia, has become a hidden goldmine for collectors. Why? It all comes down to rarity, error, and demand. Now here's a fun question. Have you ever made a mistake at work and accidentally created something valuable? That's exactly what happened with this penny. Some of the 2009 Lincoln Presidency pennies were struck with extreme die errors, double dies, off-center impressions, or unusual planchet defects. And those mistakes? They transformed a 1-cent coin into a collector's dream. One particular coin, graded at the highest possible mint state, was auctioned for over $209,000. Let that sink in. A coin smaller than a cookie turned someone into a 6-figure earner in a single day. Now you might be thinking, all right, but how rare is this really? Here's the twist. It's not about how many exist. It's about how many survive in flawless condition, with those rare minting quirks that serious collectors crave. The Presidency design shows the U.S. Capitol dome under construction. It must have the P mint mark. Look for doubling in the letters or Lincoln's profile. Any signs of misalignment, die cracks, or color abnormalities increase value dramatically, and if it's in uncirculated, mint state condition, you're sitting on a gem. Now here's a pattern interrupt. Imagine showing this penny to a cashier at 7-Eleven. They give you 1 stick of gum. Meanwhile, a collector would give you $250,000. Feels a little criminal, doesn't it? You might be asking, so what do I do if I have one? First, don't clean the coin. I repeat, don't polish, scrub, or wash it. Collectors want originality, not shine. Second, check the details. Use a magnifier. Look for doubling, surface errors, or signs of misalignment. Third, get it graded. Reputable companies like PCGS or NGC can verify and certify your penny's value. And finally, don't wait. The coin market is volatile and demand can shift fast. If your coin fits the criteria, it could be your ticket to a life-changing payday. Let's be real. How many people dream of getting rich overnight? Most chase complicated investments, work multiple jobs, or play the lottery. But what if wealth has been in your home this entire time, hiding in plain sight? That junk drawer, that old coffee can, that forgotten piggy bank from the 90s. It's time to search them like your future depends on it, because it just might. Imagine telling your friends, I became a 6-figure earner from a penny. They'll laugh until you show them the check. Before you go tear your house apart looking for these coins, make sure to subscribe. I've got more rare coin secrets, selling tips, and market trends that could turn you into the next big success story. Because in the world of rare coins, fortune doesn't always favor the bold. It favors the informed. Imagine this. You're rushing out the door, pockets jingling, fumbling for exact change at the gas station. You hand over a few pennies without a second thought. One of those might have just been worth $208,000. Yes, you heard that right. One ordinary-looking penny from 2008. No mint mark. No special packaging. Just hiding in plain sight. Now, you might be thinking, come on, it's a penny. How could it possibly be worth more than a house? Well, get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, where to find it, and how one tiny copper coin could turn your junk drawer into a jackpot. Quick question before we dive in. When was the last time you actually looked at the pennies in your change jar? Don't worry, we all forget they exist. Until they're suddenly worth more than our car. Let's get into the fascinating story behind the 2008 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny and why collectors are paying eye-watering sums for this unassuming little coin. Let's rewind a bit. The year is 2008. The last year the Lincoln Memorial design appeared on the penny before the 2009 redesign to honor Abraham Lincoln's bicentennial birth year. That alone makes it a coin of interest. But what really sets this version apart is the missing mint mark. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, but that's not unusual. What is unusual is what some of these 2008 pennies are hiding beneath the surface. Here's where it gets wild. A small batch of 2008 Lincoln pennies were struck with extremely rare die errors, off-center strikes, double dies, and even planchet issues. These subtle minting flaws are invisible to most people. But to collectors, they're gold. Sometimes literally. And these aren't just minor quirks. One verified 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny, with a crisp double die error on Lincoln's eye and memorial columns, sold for over $200,000 in a private auction. Why? Because collectors crave rarity, and scarcity drives demand. Think of it like this: what's more valuable, a dollar bill or a misprinted dollar bill that only 5 people in the world own? Exactly. But here's a twist most folks miss. The 2008 no mint mark penny has one more trick up its sleeve. Hey, before I drop this next detail, you ever wonder why people say, "A penny for your thoughts"? Well, after watching this, you might be thinking, how about 200,000 for your penny? Now back to that trick. Some 2008 no mint mark pennies were struck on planchets used for coins from previous years or even foreign blanks. These accidental anomalies have become collector holy grails. One penny, one mistake, one fortune. And don't even get me started on the high-grade versions. A flawless mint state 2008 penny with a rare error? That's your financial escape ticket. So what should you be doing right now? Simple. Check your drawers. Check your jars. Look through old purses, desk drawers, glove compartments. Anywhere an old penny might be hiding. But, and this is key, don't just glance at them. Examine them closely. Look for odd features, blurry edges, doubling, off-center stamps. Any deviation from a standard penny could be your retirement plan in disguise. If you find something suspicious, don't rush to sell it on eBay for $10. Get it appraised by a reputable numismatist. You might be sitting on one of the rarest errors of the modern coin era. And for those of you who are thinking, this sounds too good to be true, remember this. Every rare coin story starts with someone who almost threw it away. Now, I have a little surprise coming up in our next video. A penny that looks even more ordinary than this one but has fetched over $500,000 at auction. You won't believe what's hiding in plain sight. So go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Because if you're serious about turning pocket change into a life of wealth and freedom, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Imagine this. You're digging through your old coin jar. Dusty, forgotten, maybe next to your dad's old watch or a couple of expired coupons. You pull out a worn-out penny. Just a 2007 Lincoln Memorial cent with no mint mark. You almost throw it back. But what if I told you that exact penny could be worth $207,000? Yes, 1 cent, 27 grams of copper. Suddenly capable of changing your financial life forever. Right now, in quiet coin shops and online auctions, collectors are hunting for a very specific version of this 2007 Lincoln penny. And most people, millions of Americans, don't even realize they might already have it. Before you go sprinting to the drawer, stick around, because in the next few minutes we're going to break down exactly what makes this penny so incredibly valuable, and how you can turn yours into a fortune. Now I know what you're thinking. Sure. And I suppose my old socks are secretly made of gold too? Hey, laugh all you want. But when I show you the truth, you'll never look at loose change the same way again. Rarity meets opportunity. The 2007 Lincoln Memorial penny was the last of its kind before a major shift in U.S. coin design. It was minted in the tens of millions, yes, but here's the catch. Some of these coins came out with no visible mint mark. That means they were minted in Philadelphia, but something went wrong. Very wrong. Anomalies in striking, errors in the die or off-metal strikes, all of which can multiply the coin's value overnight. And then there's the unicorn. A small group of these 2007 no mint mark pennies were struck with extreme detail and unique toning, almost bronze-like in appearance. Combine that with a razor-sharp die strike and you've got a rarity so desirable, One sold recently for over $200,000. But here's the wild part. Some experts believe dozens more are still out there, hiding in plain sight. In wallets, in junk drawers, in your change bowl. Now, let's dig deeper. What should you look for? And what's the one small detail that can mean the difference between 1 cent and a six-figure windfall? Start with the date, 2007, of course. Then look at the mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. No tiny d, no s, nothing below the date. That's step 1. Next, examine the condition. Is the image of Lincoln crisp? Can you see the lines in his coat? The letters in E pluribus unum? Clearly? A high-grade coin is key. Then, inspect the surface under a strong light. Rare ones often show a brilliant, almost satin-like finish. Some display slight die breaks or double dies, small imperfections that collectors go wild for. If you need a magnifying glass, borrow one from your grandma. If you are a grandma, congratulations, you're one step closer to becoming a millionaire with style. From penny to profit, let's bring it home. You've found a possible match. Now what? Do not rush to your local pawn shop. Do not list it on an online marketplace for a few bucks. You need to get that coin professionally graded. Reputable services like PCGS or NGC can verify its authenticity and assign it a grade. That grade will determine its market value, and that's where the money starts rolling in. Once graded, you enter the big leagues, private auctions, certified collector markets, and elite coin shows. This isn't backyard trading. This is where coins are sold for six figures and cash flows like champagne at a billionaire's brunch. Now imagine this. You sell that penny for $207,000. Suddenly, your car loan is gone. Your mortgage? Paid down. That dream vacation? Booked. That business idea you shelved for years? Funded. You didn't strike oil. You didn't invent the next tech app, you just paid attention to what everyone else ignored. And here's the twist, this isn't the only coin like this. There are dozens more rare coins hiding in plain sight. Some worth 5 figures. Others? 7.0. If you want to learn how to spot them, how to sell them, and how to finally turn that old coin jar into a ticket to financial freedom, hit that subscribe button. Because the next coin we cover could be sitting in your hand right now. Don't miss it. Imagine discovering that a plain-looking 2006 Lincoln penny with a tiny D mint mark, something you thought was worth just 1 cent, is actually worth over $206,000. Yes, a coin minted less than 2 decades ago. From your pocket to a small fortune. Sounds unbelievable, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. Who in their right mind would pay that kind of money for a penny? But before you dismiss it, hear me out. Because some people already have, and others are still searching for the next rare find. And the next one could be sitting in your kitchen drawer. This is not a fairy tale. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a hidden opportunity, rooted in history, backed by collectors, and driven by rarity. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this humble penny so valuable, what to look for, and how your old change could change your life. Let's dive in. Let's rewind for a moment. The year was 2006. The world was changing, Google was booming, Facebook was expanding, and gas was under $3. In Denver, millions of pennies were being minted as usual. Among those were a few anomalies, errors, imperfections, minting mysteries that would later be recognized as gold mines. So why would a 2006 D Lincoln Memorial penny be worth over $200,000 today? Simple. Scarcity, condition, and the all-powerful minting error. The coin we're talking about isn't just any 2006 penny. It's one of the few that came out of the Denver Mint with ultra-rare features. Double die errors, off-center strikes, or incredibly sharp uncirculated conditions that somehow remained untouched in circulation. Collectors are obsessed with these details. A slight doubling in the Liberty text or a misaligned strike can multiply a penny's value from 1 cent to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's break it down. First, the condition, known in numismatic circles as MS or mint state, is critical. Coins graded MS 68 or higher are practically flawless. And they're scarce. Out of millions of coins, only a handful survive in this pristine state. Second, the mint mark. The tiny D under the date stands for Denver. While Philadelphia minted far more pennies that year, The Denver Mint had a lower error count, making any misprint from Denver instantly more desirable. Third, demand. The coin collecting community isn't small. It's a massive, passionate group of investors, historians, and hobbyists ready to drop serious cash on the next great find. And they're paying top dollar for 2060 pennies with those rare attributes. You might ask, why so much money for a small imperfection? Because in a world of mass production, flaws are valuable. They're proof of human error in a mechanical age. And collectors crave that uniqueness. Still skeptical? Picture this. Someone recently sold one of these rare 2060 pennies for $206,000 through a private auction. It was graded mint state 68 red, with a barely visible die error. Imagine the shock of realizing your spare change was worth more than a luxury car. Makes you want to check your coin jar now, doesn't it? Now here's the real kicker. You don't need to be a coin expert. You don't need a huge collection. All it takes is one coin, one lucky find, and a bit of knowledge to recognize it.so. What should you do next? Start looking. Dig through that box of old coins in your attic. Check the back of your drawers, your glove compartment, even the change under your couch cushions. Look for the 2006 Lincoln penny with the D mint mark. Examine it closely for oddities, blurry letters, uneven edges, off-center designs. And pay attention to its condition. Is it scratched? Or is it untouched, shiny, almost as if it never circulated? If you think you have something promising, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. That's where real value begins to form. And before you rush off, remember this: the window of opportunity doesn't stay open forever. Coins degrade. Markets shift. What's worth $200,000 today may not be tomorrow. So act now. Before we wrap up, here's a quick question to keep your mind spinning. What if I told you that another Lincoln penny, even older and far more common, just sold for $1.7 million? But that's a story for another video. If this has sparked even a little excitement, or made you glance at your spare change, then this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button and join a growing community of everyday Americans uncovering wealth hidden in plain sight. We'll teach you how to spot rare coins, sell them the smart way, and maybe even build a future around it. Don't let this be just another video you scroll past. Let it be the moment you turned 1 cent into a 6-figure opportunity. Have you ever walked past a penny on the sidewalk and thought, it's just a penny? What if I told you that one tiny copper coin lying unnoticed in your junk drawer could be worth $205,000? That's right. A 2005 Lincoln Memorial penny, with no mint mark, has recently shaken the coin world with its astonishing auction value. It looks ordinary, feels ordinary, but it's anything but ordinary. Now imagine this. You're sitting on a beach, your bills are paid off, your car is upgraded, and your retirement is no longer a someday thing. It's now. All thanks to a coin you forgot you even had. Sounds like a fantasy? Think again. You might be asking yourself, wait, didn't they say pennies are worthless now? Sure, most are. But this 2005 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial cent is in a league of its own. Let's uncover what makes it worth more than a Lamborghini. Let's begin with a bit of background. In 2005, the U.S. Mint struck billions, yes, billions of Lincoln pennies. Most came from either Philadelphia or Denver, and you can usually spot the P or D mint mark just below the year. But here's where the story gets mysterious. Some pennies were found with no mint mark at all, and while that can be common for coins minted in Philadelphia, something about this batch was off. These no mint mark 2005 pennies didn't just lack the mark. They showcased unusual characteristics that sparked serious attention in the numismatic world. One such coin surfaced in nearly flawless condition. MS-68 red. That's a grading term for near perfection. No scratches, strong strike, vibrant luster. And it sold at auction for over $205,000. What made it so valuable? Was it a rare mistake? A unique strike? Or was it something the naked eye couldn't see? Let's peel back the layers. Section. What to look for first? Check the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial Building. Any signs of doubling? Unusual gaps in the columns? Weak details? That's a red flag worth gold. Now, flip it. On the obverse side, Look closely at Lincoln's eye, beard, the word liberty, and the date. Is there crisp clarity? Any doubling? Does the penny seem sharper than others? If you see these traits, don't ignore it. That might not just be a lucky penny. It could be your early retirement. And please, don't clean it with toothpaste. You'd be scrubbing away a six-figure future. Now, here's where urgency kicks in. The value of rare coins is soaring. Collectors and auction houses are in bidding wars over specimens like this. And once a particular error or variety is cataloged and known to the world, its exclusivity, and your chance to make the most from it, starts to shrink. Every day that coin sits in a shoebox is a day its story goes untold. Let me ask you this, when was the last time you looked through your coin jar? Not just glanced, but really looked. Because somewhere in this country, someone is walking past $205,000 and not even realizing it. And if you're still watching this video, you might be the one meant to find. Think about your family, your future. What would $205,000 mean for you? Paying off that mortgage? Helping your kids through college? Starting that business you always dreamed of? This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity. And this small 2005 Lincoln penny is your wake-up call, so go check your stash. Dig through your drawers. Grab that old jar from the back of the closet. Because that life-changing penny won't find itself. And when you do find it, don't rush to sell. Get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Document it. Preserve it. Then watch the bids roll in. And here's a little secret. The 2005 no-mint mark isn't the only penny quietly making millionaires. Want to know which ones to look out for next? You know what to do. Subscribe right now. Turn on the bell so you never miss a chance to discover life-changing coins hiding in plain sight. Because your journey to wealth might just start with the penny in your pocket.